Well, look who's back. Not Darren, but truck. Yep. Garage came this morning, didn't they, and said...
Yeah, knocked on the door of the house. I'm in service, eh? And and said, your car's ready. 2 words, yeah. Car's ready. Can't remember what it was in Portuguese. So there, that's it. It's back. Yeah.
All done. And it was literally like a connection to the battery or something, wasn't it? Like a... not a battery connection as such, but
it was just a wire.
A wire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a wire coming from the battery, possibly to the solenoid. That was what was suggested by Steve. He said it's probably a wire from the battery to the solenoid.
Yeah.
I think he might have been spot on, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, fixed, all done. And and we've also been told how much the total price is going to be as well for the truck now. We haven't paid it yet, but we've been told, but we'll leave that for another day because we're still a little bit in shock for the price. They had it a long while. They did a lot of work, so I'm not surprised, in all honesty. But it's back. It's back, and that's the main thing.
And a lot of work has been done. And when the guy was dealing with the wire issue and the bonnet was open, I think that was the first time I'd seen it open.
Oh, and you said all the work,
all the new parts that had been put in there as well.
Quite a new engine now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. It looks very clean and shiny for a car as old as it is. The engine does look quite nice now. Yeah.
Okie doke.
Good. Okay.
So, because the truck is back, it means
we got the wood.
The wood for the flooring is back. So that's the job we're cracking on with.
Yeah.
So
we're going to lift these 7 panels, or at least 6 today, into the house. What we've been doing already. I'll show you in here. We bought the polystyrene sheeting, as I think we mentioned. Yeah. So we've been putting the polystyrene sheeting down.
Yep.
And we're just going to put the floor straight on top of that.
Mhm. So that'll be sort of our 3-layer floor.
Yeah. What was the measurements of the 3 floors? So the OSB,
16 mil.
then the polystyrene,
20 mil.
and then the new OSB type
16 again.
material, 16 mil. So it's quite a nice thick floor on there. What it will be when it's in.
Yep.
So
that's
what
our job
today. Yeah. Okay, we go again.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. These are bloody heavy, these. Aren't they? I think they're heavy because we should be carrying it like we just did there, rather than lifting it up fully. So we're going long ways.
Yep, starting up in that corner.
Okay. Pop it over. A little bit heavier than anticipated. The last time we did these was putting them into the truck, and that was at about body height, so it was quite easy to lift
from
them
the trolley at body height into the truck.
into the truck. It was quite easy. Now we're lifting them off the floor, kind of. Anyway, yeah, a little bit heavier than we thought.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. First one in. And what we're trying to do is, because we started over in that corner last time and had the full boards going that way, we're now starting over in the opposite corner and have the full boards going the other way. I tell you what, I'll do all these bits and you do all those bits.
No, we'll take a bit more out then.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh yeah, it's nearly a centimetre. I can't squash a centimetre in.
Is it? Okay. Alright, we'll cut that then. Okay, so we got it in. We just got a, that's nice and tight.
A little slight bore, but
I think that's going to be fine. Nicer to have it tight. Yeah. Be nice to have it tight fit anyway. Yeah.
Definitely.
So a bit tight as well.
Yep.
That's good. I think it's perfect.
You think?
We cut a piece off.
Hello, Max.
That's a better fit.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Get a piece of wood on it and then nobody will know.
Nobody will see it, exactly.
That's really good, isn't it? This is a quick job, isn't it? Really. I mean, they are heavy, but there you go. You've got a floor as quick as that.
Yeah.
As quick as that. An insulated floor as quick as that. I mean, we will screw these in. We are going to put some screws through when they're all nicely in place, just to make sure that they don't move. But in all honesty, I don't think they're going to move.
Really solid now.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to move, are they?
Going that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay.
Time to move the sofa.
Oh, we got to move. Well, we can now move the sofa onto there, couldn't we?
I don't think we've got enough space yet.
Okay, so we put another one down first then?
Yeah,
Put another...
We just need to push it along a bit so we can...
Put another set down. Yeah. Okay, we'll get on with that.
Okie doke. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of hold it here. Do you want to open the door on it? I find that's quite easy to hold from there, just realised.
I haven't got anything.
Yeah, nor have I really. I'm just going to put it kind of here. Whatever you feel, it's up to you. Do you want to take this end? I'll do that end then.
No, I'll do it like this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Good.
Put our coffee on there while we're sitting down. That was quite an immediate transformation, isn't it? It's using the big sheets.
Yes.
It's quite quick as a transformation.
Working well.
Yeah. What did you say?
Hefty.
Hefty. When have you said hefty before?
When
in the 1980s. Okay. But yes, they are quite a heavy sheet, that's for sure. But yeah, but a very quick transformation as well. So.
Should we just put the rest of the polystyrene down because I think it's going to get difficult, or shall we go for another board because I think we might just have enough
Polystyrene?
width.
Yeah.
Put another board down.
I think we can, if we can put a board down, well, let's just do the polystyrene because we're walking on the polystyrene anyway.
Yeah.
It's quite high density, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
So we may as well just do that, I suppose.
Yep.
Either way, yeah, go for it. You did it perfectly.
Well, it wasn't hard, was it, with it being an oblong?
Oh, I was going to say we've got 3 sheets of polystyrene left, and that's exactly how many we need. Wow. Very impressed. As you say, it wasn't that difficult, but very good. Okay, we'll get them ones cut. Is that very satisfying?
Not with the squeakiness, got my teeth on edge.
So Max has found a nice spot. And that's all the polystyrene down now then. So we're just going to get the one more sheet, well, the one full sheet.
And then it's all cut in. Yeah.
And then it's all cutting pieces for these spaces down here.
We're in. In.
And then kind of slide in.
Yeah.
We'll put this on there. We put
Yeah.
this like where it is,
Yeah.
that it'll drop naturally into the right place. So, yeah, so we could drop it like there. That should be in the rightful place. Perfect.
Good.
Really good.
Here we are back after lunch, and we've set up a workstation on the back of the truck. We do have some light rain showers forecast.
And happening.
Yeah, but luckily just like the odd pitter patter, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got your line marked, haven't you? We've got the jigsaw out and
plugged into the EcoFlow.
Yep, we're just gonna
give it a go.
Give it a go.
So yeah, we are cutting these straight lines using a jigsaw by hand. The jigsaw used to have a laser on it, but for some reason now the laser part of it here, apparently the laser part's not working now. So I am cutting it by hand without using any clamps to hold it in, because I don't find that very easy either. Because ideally what you could do is put that into there, make a straight line like that, and then follow the straight line. But for me, I don't find that very easy. I don't know, it just doesn't seem to work for me. That it drags on the saw tends to drag against this because you're pushing so hard up against this piece of wood maybe. So what we've done is, rather than having the laser line, we put this little piece of silver tape here. As long as I keep that black line as close to the edge of that silver tape as possible, hopefully we get a reasonably straight line. And honestly, it's working quite well, and probably a little bit easier than actually using a handsaw. So I'm going to carry on with the jigsaw using this method.
The rain came back, and it came back a bit heavier.
Yes.
So we retired indoors again.
Yeah.
We have one last small piece in the corner there. But it was just too wet outside. So Darren's screwing in the boards all the way through the top board, through the polystyrene and into the baseboard. Dave, your screws worked a treat.
Yeah, they're absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
Nice tidy little screws for putting this flooring down, so thanks very much.
Yep, I think they'll do good for the decking as well when we eventually get round to the decking.
Yeah.
So Liz, if he's not watching, please say thank you to Dave again.
Yeah, big box of screws, amazing. So here we are in Castelo Branco, in the truck. Yeah, we were just talking, Elaine and I have been struggling a little bit the last couple of days relating to the truck that we're sitting in at the moment, which, when the truck's going like as well as it is now, it's absolutely perfect, and we can kind of be happy. We go, okay, this is great, you know, we've got a good form of transport which can put stuff in the back. But we've had long conversations over it, and we've been a little bit
gone back and forth, haven't we?
Back and forth.
Yeah.
But we think we're going to sell the truck. We're now convinced we're going to sell the truck because we've actually bought a car.
We think we've bought a car.
We think we've bought one, yeah. We kind of have. We've just been to the ATM to get a deposit in cash, and we're going to go and pay the deposit to the gentleman. It's in the car showroom. I mean, it's not expensive. It's like the cheaper end car showroom. We've done what we think is a good deal on it, and we're going to put a deposit down, and we're going to pick it up early next week. We think it's the sensible option because this car's been in you know, it's been in the menders a couple of times now.
It's been in the garage nearly half the time.
Half the time we've owned it.
Yeah.
In all honesty, yeah. And it's, even though it's a great car and everything, we're kind of, I think we're now thinking about more of a sensible, I don't know what is sensible actually.
We thought we would need the truck a lot more than we
That's very true.
actually do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
A bit more practical.
We need something more practical.
Practical for us.
And yeah, and much more comfortable than the little Corsa.
Because we do longer trips, don't we?
Well, not so much longer trips, but
more
like our
comfort.
friends live, some of our friends live an hour away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it takes an hour and a half in the truck.
It does. Yeah.
And it's very uncomfortable in the Corsa, even though we managed to do that all the way to the UK and back.
Yeah, I think that put us off the course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so I suppose even though we're a little bit, I don't know what the word is, a little bit buzzing, because not buzzing in a kind
excited way.
but yeah, because we're still a little bit like trepidatious of what we're stepping into. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, that's a good word. I've never used that word in my life. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and pay the gentleman's deposit, have another look at the car. Obviously we'll sell the truck, that's the idea here.
Yeah, it's the only way we can afford it.
Of course. Yeah. So we'll have the truck for a little while, maybe a month. We'll get the truck through its MOT, which we don't think, or IMT, which we don't think which will be a problem really, because we've had quite a lot of work done on it. And then yeah, we'll sell this, and then that should pay the majority, we believe, towards this new one that we've got. So yeah.
And it's not new, it's just new to us.
New to us.
It's still from 1998.
It's still an old car. But yeah, hopefully it'll be reliable for us.
So we think this is the car, or this is the car that we've chosen. We think it's going to be the right one for us. It's a VW Charan. It has 5 seats. So basically it's a combination of the truck and the Corsa. And we're here at Ocasio Automotives. We'll just jump back in here because it's a little bit noisy. It's on one of the main streets, on one of the main roads in the industrial zone. Yeah, so we think it's a reliable car. It's a VW. We've always had good reports about VWs. Our daughter only ever drives a VW. The size of it, it's going to be much more comfortable than the Corsa. It'll have the space in the back, not as much as the truck, but for what we need now, it's going to work for us. And it'll just be a bit more comfortable on the drive and sitting in it. We've also checked it has aircon, which neither of the vehicles we own at the moment have. So condensing 2 vehicles into one makes sense in my head, not quite in Darren's, but yeah, I think that's the way to go. Just hate spending money that we haven't really got, but I know that the value in the truck is there, and a little bit of value in the Corsa, so we can get it all sorted and one will cancel the other out very quickly. That's the plan.
So what we're going to do now? Go and get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. Well,
1 minute I definitely think it's the right decision, and then the next minute I'm like, oh, I'm in an R in.
because this car works fine now.
Got. Yeah.
Now that this car's driving, it's fine, isn't it?
It's just not really what we need.
It's not really what we need.
It's not what we need. And
No.
there's a lot of value tied up in this
There is.
truck.
There is, yeah.
So
Yeah, and a lot of money spent on it, which obviously
Yes.
adds to the value of it. But
yeah,
okay, we're going to go and put the deposit down.
and stop waffling.
And stop waffling, yeah. Okay.
Little Max just isn't impressed by any of it. As long as he's with us, that's all that bothers him. You got a big hairy on your chin. There we go. You're a good boy. Yeah. We did eventually stop, and we've had our coffee and our cake.
But I think we were both either so hungry or so
Well, it's a
stressy.
yeah, it's a big decision, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a decision we haven't yet came to terms with, I think, at the moment, even though we
Yeah.
kind of both know it's the right decision.
So we just scoffed it down before you could see it. But